All right, we want to continue following breaking news now as you look at traffic backed up there on I-35 at 18th Street. Let's talk to Sarah Hollenbeck. And Dia is actually going to be speaking now, interviewing a police spokesperson.
Missouri Police Department and the United States Marshal Service. We were out this morning getting ready to execute a search warrant at a residence in Gladstone pertaining to an ongoing investigation. Prior to the execution of the search, 2 individuals were seen leaving the residence that matched the suspect's descriptions pertaining to our investigation. Those 2 individuals were surveilled by law enforcement, and during the course of that surveillance, the 2 individuals, during the course of that surveillance, law enforcement attempted to do a car stop. During that car stop, a pursuit ensued. That pursuit went through downtown Kansas City and has ended here at the 18th Street Expressway and 35 southbound. During that pursuit, one of the individuals in the suspect's vehicle fled the vehicle and departed near the downtown loop of Kansas City, Missouri. That individual has been taken into custody. The pursuit continued. The suspect's vehicle lost a wheel during the pursuit, and following that, the vehicle came to a stop. The suspect exited the vehicle. The suspect was armed, and there was gunfire. The suspect was transported to an area hospital for medical care, but the suspect has been announced as dead on arrival.
Can you tell us, did they shoot first? The suspect shot?
What I know at this point, again, Peggy, this is a very fast-breaking incident right now. We are working the crime scene at this point. What I can tell you is that the suspect was armed and there was gunfire. The specifics I do not have.
Bridget, can you give us some sense of the nature of this investigation?
What I can tell you was it was an ongoing federal investigation, one that we have been working, and this was the next step in the investigation was to execute a search warrant earlier this morning.
We know that to continue a pursuit, these must have been serious criminals, because ordinarily we don't see pursuits like this.
Well, what I can tell you is that when law enforcement attempted to execute a car stop, the pursuit ensued. The pursuit ensued, and as you can see behind me, this is where it ended.
Did the car stop happen? How far from the residence that they went to?
The pursuit initiated within a short distance from the residence, several blocks from the residence, and came all the way down here to 35 southbound and 18th Expressway.
Can you say, was there a judgment made that these were serious suspects that needed to be pursued, and that's why the pursuit continued? That
what
there was
I
a
can
risk
tell
to the public?
you in regards to this is that it was an ongoing federal investigation. The 2 suspects departed the house. They matched the description of individuals pertaining to this investigation, and a pursuit ensued.
So at this time, you're not looking for anyone else?
At this time, what I can tell you is that there were 2 individuals in the vehicle. One has been taken into custody near the downtown Kansas City area.
Bridget, we had heard that, well, first of all, we heard that it started out with a bank robbery. There was a lot of misinformation. We also heard that one of the chase vehicles, one of the law enforcement agencies actually tried to ram the guy to get him to stop. Is that correct?
Bill, I don't have any details on how the stop was executed. What I can tell you is that the suspect's vehicle lost a tire. After the suspect's vehicle lost a tire, that car came to a stop. The suspect exited the vehicle and he was armed, and then gunfire ensued.
And what different agencies was he firing at? Was it all the U.S. Marshals?
The individuals that were attempting the car stop were members of the United States Marshals.
Okay, and that they left Kansas City behind at that point, or why was Kansas City involved in this if it was a Gladstone search warrant?
This was a federal investigation, and as part of our ongoing federal investigation, we were working it jointly with Kansas City, Missouri Police Department and the U.S. Marshals.
So we fired at Marshals, not Kansas City police officers?
That is correct. The 2 individuals that were in the vehicle, the 2 officers, the suspect that was in the vehicle fired at United States Marshals.
And who returned fire?
Okay, scratch that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that the suspect exited the vehicle. He was armed. The individuals that were driving the law enforcement vehicle were with the United States Marshals.
Okay. So you're not clear yet whether or not he actually fired, but they felt threatened one way or another.
What I can tell you is the suspect exited the vehicle and he was armed.